Okay, let's go ahead and talk about our lakefront communities on Lake Kiwi. We have over 100 lakefront communities on the lake, okay? I've got about 97 there on my website that I film by boat and by car, and then have a bunch of different pictures. So you can learn a lot about these just by reviewing those on my website. But you know, as a consumer wanting to learn more about the lake, you go, how in the world, Michael, do I try to comprehend 100 plus lakefront communities on Lake Kiwi? So what I try to do is make it real simple for you. I take these communities and I break them down into tier structures, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So I briefly want to go over those with you today, okay? So in our tier 1 communities, this would be our amenity-driven neighborhoods: wellness, golf, tennis, fitness, the whole 9 yards, swimming pool. Those would be the Cliffs, the Reserve, and Kiwi Key. So if you kind of broke those down even further on the tier 1s, the Cliffs and the Reserve would be at the top of the tier 1s. Those have been developed in the past 20 to 25 years. And then Kiwi Key has been actually started being developed in about the mid to 1970s. So just a little bit of different age structure in the two communities. So they are the same, but yet there are a little bit, you know, quite different from each other. And obviously, pick up the phone and call me or email me. I'd be more than happy to get into those. But watch those videos on those tier 1s, okay? All right, the tier 2s. Those are our crescent communities. And you say, Michael, what in the world is a crescent community? When Duke Power was buying all this land, started buying it in the 50s and 60s to make this lake, what they did later on was they formed a company called Crescent Resources. Crescent Resources was going to be, is the land management company for Duke Energy Corporation today, okay? So any property that they had, a lot of these properties they took and developed, and they called them crescent communities. And a lot of crescent communities, you can tell just by pulling up to or turning into the community that it is a crescent community because of the way that it's developed landscape, what kind of signage they have out there, and they tend to be some of the nicer communities on the lake, okay? So feel free to click on those tier 2s and watch a lot of those crescent communities, about 45 or 50 of those crescent communities on my website. Then we go down to the tier 3. Now, I don't want you to think that, hey, just because it's a tier 3, it's not a nice community. No, that's not what I'm saying. Tier 3s are very nice communities also, but I just had to have a way of breaking those out and go, okay, these aren't the crescent communities. They might not have as nice entryways. They might not have some paved sidewalks. They might not have swimming pool, tennis court. They're still, you know, nice tier 3 communities. So that, you know, as like I said, as a consumer, this kind of helps you understand kind of the tier structure on the lake, where you can start getting a little bit of understanding and knowledge of what communities that you might want to consider. Because a lot of times when consumers call me, they say, hey, Michael, I've watched your videos. Tier 1 is not of interest to us. We don't care about the golf, tennis, wellness, and the monthly fees and the buy-in fee, the initiation fees and so forth. But we are interested in these tier 2, tier 3. So right off the bat, I already have kind of a baseline of where I need to start with someone to help them be successful here at Lake Kiwi, okay? So watch those videos. Got any questions? Pick up the phone and call me, email me. I'll be more than happy to get back to you with your questions on our lakefront communities on Lake Kiwi. Thank you.